Hello everyone, I welcome you all to this Vedic Bhairab YouTube channel. In this video, we will learn about Sannadi Chakra. This is a kind of technique that is used in Vedic astrology for accurate prediction. You have to be familiar with all the 27 nakshatra that are used in the Vedic astrology. In all other astrology form also we use 27 stars, but the problem is that some of the hidden techniques, we may say it as a hidden technique, that is the Sannadi Chakra. This is one of them. Okay, so this is a complex technique, so it is not widely used, but it is very much significant while making a accurate prediction. Let us understand what is Sannadi Chakra. Here this Sannadi is composed of two words, Sat and Nari. Sat means it is 6 and Nari means it is the constellation, okay, or channel through which we derive our energy or energy flow from the cosmos. The core concept is that it is the 6 critical nakshatra or lunar mansions we consider in the individual's Janma nakshatra. Okay, so we have to count from the birth star. So first of all, let us get familiarized with the birth star or Janma nakshatra. Nakshatra means here star. Okay, suppose we are here in the earth. Suppose we have moon here revolving around the earth, okay, in the circular pattern. When we look at the moon from the earth, in the background, whatever be the constellation or the nakshatra groups we see, we have 27 different groups in Vedic astrology, and among them any one of these will happen to be there. Okay, so whatever be the nakshatra group at the time of the birth, we have to see in the same direction of the moon, and whatever be the star behind the moon, that will be considered as the Janma nakshatra. I am repeating, we look from the earth at the moon, and whatever be the nakshatra constellation present at the background of the moon, okay, in the straight line, that will be called as the Janma nakshatra. So based on that, different concepts also avail in Vedic astrology. Suppose your Vimsattari Dasa starts from that star lord only. Okay, if you are suppose born in Ashwini Janma nakshatra, then your Vimsattari Mahadasa will start from Ketu. Okay, and in this way so on, so for the different stars. So why it is important? It is a powerful supplementary tool that will use that we use along with the Vimsattari Dasa system and the Gosar and the transit. Gosar means it is a Hindi term, and transit it is the English term. Transit means whatever be the nakshatra constellation behind a planet, that is called as the transit of the planet in that nakshatra. Okay, so offering this will offer a precision in the timing of the natural events. Sometimes you may be asking the astrologer when I will get married. Okay, that is a question. So from that question we have to see the different constellation of the nakshatra along with the planets, then only we can make a accurate prediction. So think it as a magnifying glass which is bringing sharper focus in the subtle of energies influencing our key areas. Key area means suppose your birth, your marriage, your childborn, your suppose joining a job or starting a business career. Okay, like that. So foundation is the Janma nakshatra. From the Janma nakshatra only we have to count out. And what is the significance? Suppose your significance of the Janma nakshatra is that it gives your inherent nature and personality. So your personality and inherent nature is represented by the Janma nakshatra. So if you are born in suppose Purvasara nakshatra, that nakshatra quality will be reflected in your personality and nature. Okay, that is as per the Vedic astrology system. So what will be the ruling dasa? So as I have already mentioned, whatever be the star you are born, that star lord will be the first Vimsattari Mahadasa lord. Okay, so from the starting point we have to calculate various significant nakshatra system in the Sannadi Chakra. So there are 6 different types of Janma. So there are 6 different types of nakshatra in Sannadi Chakra system. As I have already told that Sat Nari means 6 different types of nakshatra constellation. Okay, whenever we say nakshatra, that means a group of stars, okay, making some pattern. Okay, so we have to be familiar with that. I have assumed that you all are familiar with the 27 different stars or nakshatra mandala or nakshatra group or constellation. You are familiar with all of them: Ashwini, Bharani, Kritika, Rohini, like this way, in this way up to Revati. Okay, so whatever be your suppose Janma Nakshatra, I have already told you what is Janma Nakshatra, let it be X. So we have to find out from X. X will be the first, okay, first Janma, first Nakshatra. And if we find out the 10th Nakshatra from the Janma Nakshatra, then that is called as the Karma Nari. That Nakshatra will definitely influence your karma. Okay, we will see later on in detail. The 16th one will be the Sankhatik Nari. This is not a good one. Karma Nari is the good one. Okay, 18th one will be the Samuday Nari. This is also good. The Vinas Nari. Vinas Nari means it is a destroy or loss. Okay, this will be the 23rd Nakshatra from the Janma Nakshatra if we count out. Okay, so from your Janma Nakshatra, I am always repeating here, from your Janma Nakshatra you have to count out in the same sequence. That is the series of the Nakshatra that come one by one. Okay, in the 360-degree circle. Then we have the Manas Nari. Which one will be the Manas Nari? Then that will be the 25th Nakshatra from your Janma Nakshatra. Okay, so always keep in mind that you have to first of all find out the Janma Nakshatra, and from that only we will be find out the different Nakshatra. So what is the representation or the significance of this Janma Nari? Janma Nari or Janma Nakshatra, the self. So native's personality, health, overall well-being, physical body and general life path. These are the representation, or these are the area of life that is influenced by the Janma Nakshatra. So what is the influence? You inherently operate and your fundamental strength and are represented by the Janma Nari. So if you are born with suppose some specific star, that specific star attributes will be represented into your personality and your suppose health, overall well-being, physical body and general life path. Second one is the Karma Nari. Karma means here it is your workplace or action, that is the place of action, and it is connected to your destiny. So it pertains one's actions, professions, career, destiny and the result of the past karma. Past karma means we believe in Purva Punya. Purva Punya means that whatever be the auspicious deeds you have done in your previous life or in this life also, the previous past works that will decide your future. Okay, so from that we will find out different kind of action, profession, career, destiny and results of the past karma. Now what is the influence? Influence means what is the influence in your life of the Karma Nari. It is significant for professional shift, suppose for your promotion, your achievement, suppose you have got a prize or you are awarded with the best employee of the year. So challenges related to the work. If any kind of malefic planet that is transiting through the Karma Nari or Karma Nakshatra, that is the 10th Nakshatra from the your birth star, then that will be give some challenges in your work life. Okay, if malefic planet transit. Next we have the Sankhatik Nari. Sankhatik Nari means it is the conflict and obstacles. These are the obstacle making Nakshatra. Okay, it is associated with conflict, accidents, sudden challenges, legal issue, significant turning points. Okay, these conflicts and obstacles are always our part of life. So whenever a nakshatra transits, whenever a planet transits in this Sankhatik Nari or Sankhatik Nakshatra or Sankhatik Tara, that will give you conflicts, accidents, sudden challenges. So you need to be very much cautious and advised to potential disruptions and confrontations. So you need advice for confrontation and disruption. Okay, so this is the significance of the Sankhatik Nari. Next we have the Samuday Nari. Samuday Nari means, Samuday means it is a group of people. So it is the community and it is the gain. Samuday means suppose you are acquiring something, that is all as the gain. Okay, so it is the collective interaction, social connection, community. Then we have the overall gain, profit and general prosperity. What is the influence? This Samuday Nari points to times of the social engagement, networking and the accumulation and dissipation of resources. So these are the impact in your life of the Samuday Nari. Next we have the Vinas Nari. It is a negative one. So Vinas Nari means it is the destruction and the losses. Okay, so this is a critical nari indicating potential destruction, significant losses, and serious illness. And then we have the life threatening situation. Sometimes you are supposed to fall in an accident. Okay, suppose when we are afflicted, that means when Venus is afflicted with your malefic or functional malefic planet or natural malefic planet, that demands extreme caution and remedial measures you need. Each activation often coincides with the difficult transits or challenging dasa period. If we also the dasa period and transit also reflecting that you are going to face some uncomfortable situation, then you can predict or finalize, or you can give a confirmation based on the Venus Nari that something going to happen. You need to be very much cautious. Okay, next we have the Manas Nari. What is the meaning of Manas? Manas means here it is the mind. So it represents minds and emotions. It governs the mind, mental peace, emotions, well-being, thought processes, and psychological stability. So this Manas Nari reveals the period of mental clarity, peace, anxiety, or emotional turmoil. So whenever we'll be having peace in your mind, whenever you'll be having clarity of your mind, or suppose emotional turmoil or anxiety, that will be calculated previously based on this Manas Nadi that controls the mind and emotion. So what is the application? So let me tell you in a brief manner. Suppose if a benefic planet is aspecting or influencing your good nari or your beneficial or auspicious nari, we have seen 6 different types of nari. Among them 2 are very bad and all the 4 are remaining are okay only. Okay, then if a malefic planet influences your suppose karma nari, then there will be a change in your workplace, or you may be transported or you may be transferred to a suppose remote location where you will be finding some difficulty. You might have suppose you have to leave the job sometimes. And if benefic influence is there, benefic planets means Jupiter, Venus, and well placed Mercury and waxing moon. Waxing means it is the Shukla Paksha, that is the increasing moon. And well placed Mercury means if Mercury is associated with benefic planets, then it is called as the well placed Mercury. Okay, malefic planets are Saturn, Mars, Rahu, Ketu, Sun, and waning moon. Waning moons the decreasing moon. Okay, so after it's 14 days the moon increases, and after 14 days it decreases. Okay, so we call it as from Amavasya to Purnima, this is called as the waxing moon, and from Purnima to the Amavasya, it is called as the waning moon. Okay, so the impact is also in the dasa period. Suppose if a planet's dasa were ruling the suppose Venus Nari, then if it is running, then it will also afflicted. Venus Nari is also afflicted. Then caution is the paramount. Okay, so you need to be very much careful. Gochara is also similarly in the same way it works. If a malefic influences is there in the karma nari, suppose, then there will be a challenges in the career. Suppose Jupiter is transiting through the karma nari, then you can expect some promotion, and it can bring some growth or increment in your salary. Let me leave out this part. Let me take some example. Okay, so for example, I'm taking a hypothetical example. Suppose this is a case study. Suppose a person is born in the Janma Nakshatra of Pushya Nakshatra. This is among the 27 nakshatras that are used in the Vedic astrology prediction. Suppose you are born in the Pushya Nakshatra, then your Janam Nari or Janma Nari will be Pushya. Your 10th Nari, that is the Karma Nari, that is the from the Pushya. If you count out the 10th Nakshatra, then that will be Purva Falguni. The Janma Nari or the Pushya Nakshatra will be the first, then second, third, fourth. Then we will find out the 10th one. 10th one will happen to be this Purva Falguni from the Pushya Nakshatra. Then this Purva Falguni Nakshatra is related to your Karma Nari. Then we have a Sankhatik Nari which is not auspicious. Then that will be the Jastha Nakshatra, that is the 16th Nakshatra from the Pushya. Next we have the Samuday Nari which is the beneficial one, that is the 18th from the Pushya Nakshatra, that is the Mula Nakshatra. Okay, next we have to find out the 23rd from the Pushya Nakshatra, that will be your Vinas Nari, which is not auspicious, that is the Purva Sahara Nakshatra. Okay, Next we have the Manasnari, that is the 25th from the Pusya. If we count out, that is the Shravana Nakshatra, that is the Manasnari. Okay, this is very good for your emotional comfort. If it is afflicted, then that will give some mentally tension also, anxiety also it can give. Suppose if Saturn is strongly placed in the Purva Falguni Nakshatra in the birth chart and the native enters Saturn Dasa, it could indicate significant challenges and karmic lessons in their professional life, because it is a Purva Falguni is the Karmanari here, so there will be a significant impact. Suppose if Saturn, the same Saturn is transiting in another nakshatra, then that there will not be any kind of, suppose, major changes in your professional life. That is the impact. Suppose if Mars is aspecting Purvasara nakshatra in the native, then the native experiences Mars Antardasa. Suppose during that period Saturn is transiting Purvasara nakshatra, then there will be a strong indication of health crisis and potential accidents, because this Purvasara nakshatra comes under the Venus Nari. So you can expect some losses or your danger because it is transiting through Venus Nari. Similarly, your Jupiter suppose aspects the Shravana nakshatra and Jupiter's dasa is running, it could bring mental peace, wisdom and spiritual growth. That is the Manasnari. Okay, because Manasnari controls the mind and emotions. Why Sannadi Chakra is often overlooked? First one is the complexity, I have already told you. Second is the focus on the primary system. We always see the Vimsattari Dasa system Gosar and we stop there. But this Sannadi Chakra system can be used to refine your prediction. That you need to be, as an astrologer, you need to be 100% accurate. Therefore, you need some integrated approach so that you can verify. We sometimes use Gemini also along with Parasari. Then it becomes a finer tune. Sometimes we use Vinastak Astakbarga. Then we use, suppose, sometimes different kind of planetary transits in there. Suppose malefic transit our malefic, benefic transit our benefic. These are different concepts. Okay, so based on that, you will need to be very much careful while giving a prediction. Why it is overlooked or why it is ignored? Because this is a specialized knowledge. Sannadi Chakra is considered more advanced and specialized techniques, because it is often taught in the higher classes of Vedic astrology. Because see, the Sannadi Chakra, we need to understand all the 27 nakshatra. We need to remember all the names in the sequence of the 27 nakshatra. We need to understand which is the nakshatra lord for the 27 nakshatra. We need to understand what are the characteristics of the nakshatra. So all these things comes to very complex topic. So what is our commitment? In Bhairab Jyotish or Vedic Bhairab, we believe in utilizing, because this one is my Assamese channel and we are here in the English channel in the Vedic Bhairab. So we believe in utilizing every authentic tool, whatever with a possible tool available in the Vedic astrology system. For comprehensive and precise guidance, we will use all the tools. So what is the advantage of your Vedic Bhairab channel? So it is a holistic analysis. We will not only one technique, we use a integrated technique. Okay, I have already explained to you. Precise in timing. So this is the best part of my life. So I always get a feedback that your time prediction, suppose you told me that at this time my marriage will happen, so likewise it happened. Okay, so this kind of feedback always encourages me in this Vedic field. Next we have the proactive guidance, understanding the potential challenges and opportunities highlighted by the chakra, and then we empower you with timely remedies and strategic planning. We offer some remedies to overcome the difficult times or minimize the severe impact. Next we have the empowerment. Our aim is to provide clarity and empowerment to navigate life's currents, that is the different ups and downs, with confidence. So if you have any question, any kind of doubt, you can put in the comment section below. This is my website name, that is the Bhairab.in. You can write in the search bar, and you can write to us in this email ID. Okay, info@bhairab.in. This is my WhatsApp number. This is another my number, so you can contact for any kind of paid consultation. Thank you so much.